Commanding General, United States Army, John Fitzgerald Kennedy Special Warfare Center and School. Brigadier General Charlie Flynn, Chief of Staff, United States Forces Command. Mr. Tad Davis IV, Chief Executive Officer, United States Army Reserve Command. Mr. Eric Porter, Assistant Deputy Chief of Staff, G1, United States Forces Command. Mr. Jenny Keefe, Vice Chairman, Cumberland County Commissioner. Dr. Emily March, Superintendent, DDESS Fort Bragg Schools. Dr. Franklin Till, Superintendent, Cumberland County Schools. Brigadier General Retired Joseph Nagel, Brigadier General Retired Paul Dorval. In addition to these esteemed guests, we are very pleased to have a number of retired drill officers, current and former members of the Senior Executive Service, senior non-commissioned officers, representatives of our corporate partners, and friends and associates, Colonel and Mrs. Stephen J. Sosinski, and Colonel and Mrs. Jeffrey M. Sanborn. We'd also like to extend a special welcome to the members of the garrison workforce who have joined us for this event, and a special thanks to the leaders of our civilian workforce who have joined us. The official party for today's ceremony is Mr. Davis D. Tyndall Jr., the Director, Installation Management Command, Atlantic Region, Colonel Stephen J. Sosinski, the Outgoing Commander, United States Army Garrison, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and Colonel Jeffrey M. Sanborn, the Incoming Commander, United States Army Garrison, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to the singing of the National Anthem by Staff Sergeant Patricia Davis of the 525 Battlefield Surveillance Brigade. Remain standing for the invocation that will be presented by the Garrison Chaplain, Colonel Randall C. Dollinger.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please join me in prayer. Our Father and God, you humble the exalted and you exalt the humble. You place in charge those whom you desire. And as you have been with Colonel Sosinski, I ask now, Lord, that you also will be with Colonel Sanborn. As they have asked and as they ask, answer. As they seek, help them to find. As they knock, swing wide open the doors. Sustain them with your breath. When they come to the end of their own strength, may they find the beginning of yours. And when they lack wisdom, Lord, grant them your wisdom from above. Bless this ceremony and bless their families. Give them a place to serve. And Lord, give us as followers hearts also to serve, that they may be great leaders. May we be great followers. Amen.
Please be seated. At this time, flowers are being presented by Sergeant McCain, United States Army Garrison, Fort Bragg NCO of the Year, and Sergeant Perez, United States Army Garrison, Fort Bragg Soldier of the Year, to Mrs. Sosinski and Mrs. Sanborn. Red is the color of the heart and reflects the loving concern that Teresa has shown for the soldiers and civilians of the garrison and their families over the past 3 years. Mrs. Sosinski's roses are in full bloom, representing the fact that she is the First Lady of the United States Army Garrison, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. At this time, a bouquet of red roses is being presented by Sergeant Perez to Mrs. Teresa Sosinski. Single red roses are being presented to Colonel Sosinski's daughters, Rachel and Crystal. A coin from the Director of Installation Management Command, Atlantic Region, is being presented to Colonel Sosinski's son, Joshua. Yellow is the color of the new beginnings and symbolizes Mrs. Sanborn's arrival as the new First Lady of the United States Army Garrison, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. In time, Mrs. Sanborn's rosebuds will blossom, as will her relationship with the soldiers, civilians, and their families. At this time, a bouquet of yellow roses is being presented by Sergeant McCain to Mrs. Sanborn. From ancient times, armies throughout the world have conducted ceremonies to commemorate victories over enemies, honor comrades in arms, and celebrate special occasions as we are doing today. These ceremonies have added color and pageantry to military life while preserving tradition and stimulating esprit de corps. The Continental Army established the foundation by which our present-day ceremonies are performed. Today's ceremony is an enactment of an Army tradition that is 237 years old. It reaffirms the concept that the Army is perpetuated on time-honored values, traditions, and on the accomplishments of individuals. Today, you will witness a small part of that tradition as the garrison colors and command authority of the United States Army Garrison, Fort Bragg, are passed from one leader to another. The change of command is a simple traditional event that is rich with symbolism and heritage. Key to the ceremony is the passing of the garrison colors. These garrison colors represent not only the lineage and honors of the garrison command, but also the loyalty and unity of the soldiers and civilians. The garrison colors are the garrison commander's symbol of authority, representing his responsibilities to the organization. Wherever the garrison commander is, there also are the garrison colors. The custodian of the garrison colors is the garrison command sergeant major, who is a senior enlisted soldier of the garrison command and principal advisor to the garrison commander. By authority of paragraph 2-3, Army Regulation 600-20, the undersigned assumes command of the United States Garrison, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, effective 21 June 2012. Signed, Jeffrey M. Sanborn, Colonel, Field Artillery, Commanding.